Continuing with Crow Country, last time we got this acid bottle, and we know what to do with this. We have an elevator. Should have an elevator around. Yeah, here we go. Let's fill up a bottle with some acid. Alright, so we're there. There's the electrocution machine. Acid tank is a bit of a distance away. So we're on track to getting the gold key, and once we can get the gold key, then that does mean we can unlock the remainder of the locked doors. At that point, it does not seem like there are too many more places for old Edward Crow to hide. I mean, is he hiding in his office, or is he hiding underground? Remains to be seen. But it's got to be one of the two. And, let's see. Alright, here we go. Fill it up. We obtained acid bottle. Yeah, let's turn it off. You don't want to waste good acid. I wonder if there are, like, little choices like that here and there throughout the game. Like, did we turn the acid off, or did we tell the cop that Natalie Crow is here, or did we let that lawyer out of the crate? I wonder if these matter. Do these mean anything at some point? We got some, it's just a little bit populated in here. Alright, so we're in staff hallway. We got acid. We want to go... Let's see, we want to head to the theater. Where was that theater now? Was it labeled as that? Maybe it wasn't. Oh, no, it was. I see it. I see it. Oh, through the wall. That was a new one. I'm okay, but just okay. Well, I got poisoned. He's coming. He's coming. I don't know if I can shoot him over the chair. Didn't seem to work. Alright, let's put some acid in here. Melt that resin. It's the golden key. Still stuck. There we go. We obtained the golden key. It's done. I don't feel good about it. Golden key. And as far as our key items go, there's only one more empty spot. And I guess that list we found of the key items would tell us what that is. But the important thing is that we have the golden key. Oh, well, that's probably not real. Let's see. So, we're pretty close to, in the staff hallway, there's a gold door. There's also, in both staff hallways... No, that's an elevator. Sorry, that's an elevator. But the staff hallway does go to Crow's office. Which, we've also turned off the electricity. And here it is. We can just ignore him. And finally, we're heading into his office. Are we about to meet the man himself? Hello? Well, the phone's ringing. So I guess he's probably calling us from somewhere else. Hello? You know, I never had a plan for all the gold. In fact, it quickly became a problem. We couldn't sell it, basically, not without arousing a lot of unwanted attention. We had too much of it too quickly. And the shape, those cylinders. Well, it's not the normal process, is it? But then I had an idea. What if it was the normal process? Or what if we pretended it was? So Marvin and I devised a plan. We just needed a site, a disused gold mine. Marv found one in South America and Brazil. And you know what? It worked. For a while, at least. Yeah, I mean, we worked out the plan at this point. They were pulling up these tubes of perfect 24-karat gold, somehow from underground. But they couldn't use it because, hey, they don't want the American government to know about it. So then they imported rocks from Brazil and then used machines to combine the gold in the rocks together. And then to make it look like that, hey, they were getting this from Brazil. So many medkits. Might as well use one. Okay, we'll just leave the rest. Other people... She's very considerate about that. Every few moments, something flashes on the screen. I wish it wouldn't. It's some... Looks like green pipes, maybe? Mm-hmm. Happier day. Okay, so that is his hair. When we saw his picture at the beginning, I was wondering if that was a bun... Or was like the moon behind his head. He does indeed have a massive bun. Something strange about the frame. Gasp. Well, before we go in there, let's just take a look around. File number 3752, guest. Emerged at around 50% root excavation. It varies from specimen to specimen, but they largely retain a human-like appearance. Most distressing. They are capable of a limited, non-verbal form of vocalization. Goblin. Emerged at around 55% root excavation. Despite their small stature, I have concluded that they are not infants. On the contrary, they may be a senior variant of the guests. Their advanced age causing a weaker genetic makeup, which has diminished their anatomy upon emergence. Spindle. Emerged at around 60% root excavation. Much of their muscle and fat is missing, but their bones have become elongated. However, the bone mass is spread more thinly, and consequently, the bones are brittle. Additionally, without sufficient flesh as cushioning, their joints are weak. Lumber. Emerged at around 60% root excavation at the same time as the spindles. Here, the opposite phenomenon can be observed. The lumbers are stiff and stout with excessive muscles and fat. Perhaps this could explain why the spindles have insufficient flesh. I mean, the lumbers are taking them all. The lumbers are hogging all of the flesh and the muscle and the fat. Grinner. Emerged at around 70% root excavation. The form is bipedal, but other similarities to a human body are quickly disappearing. In terms of anatomy, each specimen is vastly different from the next. Puddle. Emerged at around 80% root excavation. I pray this is my final entry, for I cannot imagine how anything beyond this point would be capable of emergence. The puddles experience widespread cell necrosis. They are quite literally melting. Okay, that's the end. You know, I find it funny about how they're talking about how they keep coming out at higher percent root excavation. Maybe just stop excavating. Like, just stop doing that. If, like, the abominations and monstrosities are getting more abomination-y and monstrosity as you continue to do it. Control room elevator switch number code. My first is in Grinner, but also in Goblin. My second is in Guest, but not in Puddle or Spindle. My third is in Lumber and Goblin, but not in Puddle. My fourth is noticeable only by its absence. Okay. We're looking at Grinner and Goblin, first of all. So, let's see. Goblin is 1739. Just make a note. Grinner is 5592, and the common number there is 9. Let's see. My second is in Guest, but not in Puddle or Spindle. All right, so let's see. Second is in Guest, but not Puddle or Spindle. Let's first go to Guest. So Guest is 3762, so it's going to be one of these. That's Spindle. So let's see, Spindle. Writing this down. 6413. It's not in Spindle. So it's not 6. It's not 3. Oh, go back to Puddle. We have Puddle. 3973. So let's see. Puddle has 3, so it's not 3. It has 7. Okay, so the only number in Guest remaining is 2. Third is Lumber and Goblin, not in Puddle. Alright, so I have Goblin, but I have Goblin and Puddle written down, but not Lumber yet. Okay, so Lumber is 1347. And let me just take a look at the wording on that. So third is in Lumber and Goblin. Okay, so similar numbers are 1, 3, and 7. Not in Puddle. So Puddle has 3. It's not that. Puddle has 9. Puddle has 7. So it looks, though, the common number now is 1. The common remaining number. The 4th is notable only by its absence. So, okay. We have, of the numbers I've written down, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I see an 8? There's a 9. Let me just go through these again and just check to see if there is an 8 or not. I don't think so. I don't think there is. So the only numbers that we haven't seen are 8 or 0. I mean, I assume it's 8. But I mean, there wasn't a 0. Control room. Okay. We're authorized now. Hey Ed, we didn't pass the inspection. They figured out that the ore is homemade. The Brazilian authorities want to know where the gold is really coming from. Okay, the jig is up. They know that it's not Brazilian gold. This is getting too dangerous. I'm coming back to Georgia. See you soon, Marv. Emory University, in recognition of the completion of the prescribed course of study, Edward L. Crow has been admitted to the degree of biochemistry. All right, what a coincidence. He gets to use his biochemistry knowledge in on these horrible monsters coming out of the pool. All right, so let's check. It's a statue. She's quite beautiful. Made entirely of gold. Jacqueline Crow, 1948 to 1982, beloved wife and mother. All right. So this was his wife. I don't think that's been. I don't think the wife has been mentioned as of yet. I don't think she has. Collection of. Okay, so this is a save room, and this is the other thing, and this should be new. The diary of Edward Crow, age 10 and a half. Saturday, I'm excited. Tomorrow, Father and I are going camping up in Condor Country over the river. Father says it's just a nickname, as there are no condors in Georgia. I'm looking forward to the trip nonetheless. I love being outdoors at night. On Sunday, Father and I found something strange while camping. A green shiny thing sticking out of the ground. It's wriggling back and forth like a little bug. But Father says it's not a bug, as it is made of metal. Monday, we found a second wriggling metal thing, a couple 100 feet south of the first one. Father wanted to know what it's made of. He cut off the tip with his camping knife. Inside is a different metal. It looks like gold. Tuesday, 2 more shiny things, 4 in total. Father says there may be more. Wednesday, Father bought Condor Country, as well as a couple of acres on either side. He said we could rename it if we wish. Alright, so on a hike through Condor Country, the father found these green gold-filled tubes squirming back and forth. Is it alive? Alright, so I guess this is what it looks like in its uncut state as it comes through the surface. It just kind of looks like a tentacle. So, to us, they look like pipes. But they're not really pipes, are they? They're metal tentacles filled with gold. The purest of gold. Might as well save. Oh, hello. Haven't seen you for a little... No, we got... That's right. We got you... no, you're Natalie. That's right. We haven't seen you since the first time we saw you. Hi, Natalie. How are you feeling? Oh, not great. Yeah, me neither. Is it your mother? Yeah. She died some time ago. I'm sorry. It's a beautiful statue. It's solid gold. Yeah, it must have been very expensive. Your dad really spared no expense, I guess. Did you find him yet? Mr. Crow? No. Not yet. I'm still looking for your father. But I have a pretty good idea where he is. You just need to take the central elevator. Mara, what are you gonna do when you find him? I need to talk with him. Are you gonna kill him? What? No, of course not. Ignore how heavily armed I am with handgun and shotgun and flamethrower and magnum and grenades. I have no intention of doing violence. Don't think I don't see that gun in your hand. I see it in your face, too. You've already made up your mind. Natalie. I know he's done bad things. Very bad things. Perhaps he's beyond forgiveness. But please, don't kill him. Bring him to me, okay? Let me speak to him. One way or another, today might be my last chance. Please, Mara. Okay. Why don't you come with me? No, I don't want to know what's down there. I'll wait here. All right. And in here we go to find it's a video feed from a security camera. It's showing something on the screen. It's moving. Let's talk to it. Hello? What are you? What do you want? It didn't respond. It's like a wiggling heart type thing. Oh, it's our car. Video feed from a security camera. That's my car. Arthur is still inside. Arthur, can you hear me? Mara, is that you? I can't see you. Where are you? I'm in a control room. A control room? Is it cool? Yeah, it's really cool. I'm jealous. You got to go on a real adventure. Arthur, how you feeling? Not great. Just stay there, okay? Mara, are you coming back? Are we gonna leave? Yeah. Yeah, sure, I'll be back soon. Okay, good. Yeah, there has been like a hint that you get poisoned when you get attacked by the monsters. Mara seems fine. Like, Arthur's, like, saying, I'm getting real sick here. And when we first saw Natalie, she was vomiting. Mara seems to maybe know something that she's holding back about what the side effects are of getting attacked. 5 little lights. One of the lights are red, other 4 are green. Okay, so the central... Yeah, we need the... Well, we need the battery to move the crow, but even if we move the crow, does that mean that the central elevator isn't working? Alright, is this the code that we just got? Nope, nope, not that. There we go. Lever inside. Okay, that was it. All 5 lights are green. Okay, so now when we move that crow, the elevator will be working. Oh, hello. Not flinching at all, is it? There we go. Can we look in there? Doesn't seem so. I'm locked in. It's some kind of electronic gate. To release security gate, set floor panel code to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a screen. 61554. Oh, just a soda can. Nothing there. Better not say anything else to him. All right, let me reset that. What a whimsical door lock. No, nothing new. Alright, let me just save that again. Maybe everything will be okay. Or maybe it won't. Is there anything here? Yeah, that was a bottle containing an antidote. Oh, and first aid kit. Alright, so... we have the gold key. So we have to unlock other gold doors. Like, what's the deal with these birds? Did someone run around installing them after some point in the game? Oh. I don't remember him. Maybe we didn't come in here. Oh shit, he's dead. I guess he shot himself. Should I call the police? But we're the police, Mara. Don't blow your cover now. I mean, yes. I mean, I'm the police. I'm the police that was called. There's a handgun lying next to him. I better not touch it. Edward had his office door electrified. Decently high voltage, too. I turned off all the mains power, but the door was still electrified, so I think he must have hooked it up to a generator somewhere in the underground level. He sure did. Model the Crow Country Park. Looks like there are 4 main areas, and a few smaller sections around the outside, and an underground. It's a big blood splatter. Oh shit, he's dead. It's a TV. It's a videotape in the slot. This is a message for Edward Crow from Douglas Pike. Edward, we've been friends for over 30 years. You entrusted me with the running of your theme park, a task I have relished. You have always shown me kindness and always paid me well for my work. However, I can no longer remain silent. Edward Crow, your crimes have not gone unnoticed, nor will your sins go unpunished. As for Elaine Marshall, I hope she never forgives us, for none of us deserve it. Goodbye. He was feeling real guilty about what's been going on at this theme park. Well organized. Edward has pulled all the funding for Cosmic Future, and we've halted construction. He said it was just a temporary delay, but I can tell when he's lying. Something is seriously wrong with Edward. He looks sick, but at the same time there's a kind of manic energy in his eyes. I asked Tolman about it, but he gave me the silent treatment. So whatever it is, I think they're in on it together. I tried to spy on Edward and Tolman during their meeting. It sounded like they were trying to talk to someone, a third person in the room who wasn't talking back. But they were talking like how you talk to a baby or a young child, speaking slowly, using simple language. What is going on? I guess he was looking into what was going on. I mean, he said he was running the park, so he really should know what was going on. And, I mean, yeah, a lot of Edward's plan just seems kinda unwise. Especially the part about, hey, let's bring up the guest to the surface level, while also running the theme park for children. The following doors are now locked electronically. Dungeon, Mermaid, Cyclops, Wolf, Serpent, Crypt, Ophelia. It can only be dungeon Okay, I remember Mermaid, Cyclops, Wolf, Serpent. Crypt, Ophelia. What was that? Like, the crypt was probably in, like, the horror section. Was there an electronic door there? The crypt door can only be opened by the dungeon's computer terminal. So in the dungeon, I was entering numbers of, like, limbs, that the monsters had. You know, arms, legs, head, eyes. It says, is it saying that there is a fifth door in the crypt? A bottle containing antidote. Let's take that. Did we see an electronically locked door in that area? Let's see. Well, we are heading towards the horror area. There's the crypt. I mean, like, we're walking in that direction anyway. Crypt. Ah, someone over there. Alright, so a monster burst out of this. Here lies Ophelia, tragically drowned. Daughter, sister, human, it says. Alright, I didn't see this one. Apparently I searched this. Alright, it's a human. So, we're in the crypt. So we would want to go back to the dungeon. Alright, back to this. I'm not good at computers. Disc. Alright, so human. 2 legs. 2 arms. 1 heads and 2 eyes. Alright, so... That's purple. That's a purple box. Yeah, that's open. It looks heavy. Maybe I shouldn't. Or maybe we should. Hi, Ophelia. There's a body in here. It's a beautiful woman. She can't possibly be real. Only way to find out is to look closer. Just put your face right in there. There you go. It's an incredibly realistic wax figure. I should leave it alone. There's a drawer built into the coffin. Ophelia Pike, Atlanta Westview Hospital, nurse ID no 062 629681. First Aid Handbook 1987. There's some good information in here. I should be able to put it to good use. Oh, okay. We have Medkit Plus. It's a wax figure of Ophelia Pike. Alright. Well, she seems pretty sure it's wax. It's an incredibly realistic wax figure. You'd swear it was a real body. Alright, I was wondering, is that an optional thing, or was that going to be required? No, it's optional because it lets us improve the quality of our medkits. So let's see. Gold, okay, yeah, for Gold Key, yeah, we needed to get into the Seven Seas ride. That's correct. Because we needed to get to the mermaids, because one of the mermaids has the battery. Need to get into the control room, which we can because we have the gold key. Hello? You're still alive. I know it's dangerous up there. A lot of them got out into the open, but I know you brought a gun. Have you been killing them? The guests? Eh. They're in no shape to continue living. The ones that emerged more recently, even more so. As I continued the root excavation, the guests became even less... well, some of them aren't even bipedal anymore. It goes without saying that we cannot let them leave Crow Country. We cannot afford to let them infect anybody else. What are they? Who are they? They are irreversible. He's gone. Yeah, would be bad to let them get out, I suppose. Probably. Is it a door? I don't see a way to open it. Pizza. This pizza's going bad. It's pizza. Touché, pizza box. Can't even eat this pizza. I'm not hungry enough to eat this pizza. Wonder if sea captains really wear these hats. Or have I been lied to by cartoons? I mean, there's a hat right here. Clearly, it must be real. This must be how you operate the boat ride. I don't see the point of moving the boat if I'm not in it. I can't reach the control panel while I'm sitting in the boat. I might need some help with this one. I don't know, should I go get Arthur and ask him to come here with me? Let's see. Who's going to help us with this puzzle? Oh, right. She's right. Yeah, she's right here. How convenient. Actually, yes, there is something you can do. You need to get through the boat ride in the Ocean Kingdom area. The Seven Seas? Yeah, I could use your help to operate the controls. Have you opened the door into the control room? Yeah, it's open. Nice work. I'll head to the control room and you go to the boat boarding area. See you there. I don't actually know what the boat ride is going to entail. So give me a sec. Alright, let's get in this boat. I like that she's wearing the hat. I think I'm ready to go. I can't guarantee this will be safe. Should I start the ride? Yes. Start the ride, Julie. I don't know what's in here. I do know we need to get a battery from a mermaid. Other than that... Alright, so much for the ride. White whale is blocking the boat. He's supposed to move out of the way. I think it's done manually from the control panel. Wonder why Julie didn't press the button. Alright, let's get out of here. Treasure chest. Well, it has number 2 on it. Do I need to do it in an order? Oh, that was a bomb. It's an ornate switch. Oh, it opens that. Hope this isn't Julie's blood. It's a blood stain. These are Julie's glasses. What? I can't leave her alone for a second! There's blood on this. Seems to have stopped working. I'm sure she'll be okay. She seems like she can take care of herself. Control box. Well, here's a mermaid. Yeah, let's open her up. Is that a battery? No, it's shotgun shells. Thanks. Can I get to her from here? No. Move her closer. What we got? It's a battery. Great. It's out of power, but that's fine. We know what to do with that. Let's see if the other mermaids have anything for us. Nothing. Battery in here, it's totally fried. Alright, but that's fine. Alright. Unfortunately, we did not actually get to take the ride. I'm sure it would have been magnificent. But we got the battery. Oh. An environment change. Night has fallen. I do like how as the game continues, there is like differences in the weather and the time of day. All right, so Electrocution Machine. That's where we want to go. Right. Oh, that's different. All right, get the battery and these electrodes. All right, the battery was the final item. Yes, of course. We did it. I guess these things have a different context now that we know they're not pipes. They look a lot like pipes, but they're not. Convenient save point. Alright. So we're in utility corridor. We want to get up to, well, the central area where the big crow is. We're waiting for this. Waiting to make this crow move. Oh, that went into the dungeon. Right. Need to make him turn around. What was that noise? Dead monsters around. What's going on with that? Alright, now we want to turn him back around. Crow walking sequence. Oh man. Here we go. Look at that crow walk. Look at him go! We did it. He walked out of my life. Alright, there's the elevator, but of course we have to see where he ended up. Was that gunfire behind me? Yep, he busted through this. He's making his way out of the park. I don't blame him. Would be nice just to walk away. Alright, don't know what that shot was. That seemed to be... it seemed like a shot was taken at us, but I don't see anything now. But we descend into what is probably the final area. Oh. There's lots of friends in here. And... like, we could just go straight up. I don't see why we wouldn't. Oh, that's why. Let's see. Well, at this point, I probably can change back to the handgun. Alright, what do we have in here? One switch. Two switch. Alright, now we're in the intersection. I suppose if we wanted to, we could go unlock those doors. I wonder if there's to the sides. Is there a reason to do that? Oh, is this Harrison? Oh, God. It's Harrison. He's dead. He must have been attacked by those things. Wait, no. He was shot. Harrison. I'm so sorry. Harrison James. ID number 05061. Date of birth, January 12th, 1965. Firearms expert. If I were to look at my ID, would it now say that? It sure does. Oh, you can see, like, we took our little picture and put it on there. Also, we put labels to replace the name. So we could keep going up the center. Grubby old sports bag. Looks familiar, though. It's empty. It's a familiar bag. Medkit? Sure. Alright, well, before we go up the center, is there a reason to unlock these side pipes? Harrison must have solved the puzzle. I thought Harrison wasn't able to solve any of these puzzles. I guess he finally found one that he was able to solve. Alright, and we open that from the other side. Or, I mean, they're saying maybe Harrison solved it, so maybe they would have already been open. Pipes with gold. Well, alright. I guess then there's only one way to go. Only one location that we haven't been to yet. And that is the pool. It's oddly elaborate down here. The mining lanterns are really old and need replacing. Any kind of spark tends to set off the oil that's trapped inside. And if that happens, just give it a whack to disperse the oil. The flames should go out. Well, can't seem to interact with anything. Should I shoot something? Yeah, okay. We got 7 for this one. Oh, hello. Tolman's down here. Tolman, I can't let you... Listen, Harrison is dead. Harrison James, the police detective... I know who he is. I'm sorry, Mara. He shouldn't have come here. It was only a matter of time before one of those creatures... He was shot. With a gun. Shit. Do you know who did it? Oh, I think he's probably got a good idea. Marvin, you... Look, kid. Nothing personnel, okay? Put down the gun, Trumbull. And then what, huh? Go home? Forget this whole thing ever happened? The feds would be kicking down my door within the week. I'm culpable for all this shit. I know. I am too. But Mara's not, so leave her out of it. She knows way too much. You think she won't rat us out? Hell, she already tried. She was getting real chatty with that pretty boy officer. I tried to stop him from coming. Kept telling him to leave. Well, he didn't leave, did he? And neither did you. And now still... What was that? No idea. Bullshit. If this is some sort of trick, am I? Julie? Hey, what's going on? What are you doing in there? I'll tell you if you help me out of this thing. Oh gosh, sorry. Yeah, well, sure, we'll help her out. Tolman, would you give me a hand? Sure. Julie, I thought you'd been... I mean, I came out of the boat ride and you were gone and there was blood? And something grabbed me, dragged me backwards into the vent. What was it? Whatever it was, there were several more of them, hiding out in the pipes. It's pitch black in there, but I could hear them, smell them. And what, they tried to kill you? No. Mostly they just shook me around, made a bunch of noise. Shouting, weeping, moaning, whatever you'd call it. Sounds about right. What do you mean? They're angry, but they don't want to kill us. They're trying to communicate. Huh. Mara, you haven't introduced me? Oh, right, sorry. Julie, this is Tolman. He works for Edward Crow. And Tolman, this is Julie Barron. She's a lawyer. She was hired by the Marshall family. Elaine Marshall's family. I see. What are you two doing down here? Someone's been killed. Shot. A police officer. Goodness me. Tolman here was just about to go deal with it, weren't you? I'll come with you. I have experience with this kind of thing. Good, okay. Thanks. Mara. Something else. Natalie Crow is waiting in Edward Crow's office. Did you go see how she's doing? Crow's daughter? Sure, of course. I'd love a chance to talk to her, actually. You're not... One last thing. Arthur Mole. He's out in the staff parking area, in my white Fiesta. Would you check on him, too? I left him alone way too long. Of course, we can do that, too. Thank you. Mara, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna do what I came here to do. We'll be waiting by your car, okay? Okay? Thanks. Come along, Mr. Tolman. We got lots to do. All right. Let's do what we came here to do that can only be done by me. And this should be the center room. The pool. Pool's kind of small, isn't it? It looks so clean. Is this a spring? Maybe we shouldn't wash our face in that. Ladder going down. It goes real deep. It's a telephone. It's been left off the hook. Collection of staff memos. Alright, is this our final save room? I can't make sense of this. It's nonsense. Photos taped on the wall. Natalie Crow, Edward Crow's daughter. Tolman, the engineer Crow, put in charge of root excavation. Next one's a photo of me. When did he take this? Julie Barron, the lawyer hired by Elaine Marshall's family. Arthur Mole, a teenager who wanted to photograph the guests. Marvin Trumbull, he was responsible for Crow's fake gold mine. Douglas Pike. He was in charge of building the actual theme park. And finally, Harrison James. He was the police officer sent to look for Edward Crowe. Alright, that's our cast of characters. A shower. There's a lever. We're all wet now. Also, it looks like purple splatter there, so maybe the water wasn't the cleanest thing. 5 glass vials, each with the same pale green liquid inside. I don't know what they're there for. I'll leave them alone. A Bunsen burner. I remember using these at school. It's a bright blue flame. Fires crackling softly. Oh, this is our save point. Intercom. Yes, talk into it. Mr. Crowe? I'm here. I'm in your lab. Hello, Elaine. Open the door. I will. But first, please pick up the glass vials I've laid out on the counter. Why? Please. Fine. Alright, I'll pick them up. But first, let's finish looking around. There's also a curtain right here. It's a bed. This must be where Crowe has been sleeping. Sheets are stained with blood. Hazmat suit, covered in a fine layer of dust. He's not wearing it anymore. A microwave. What's that? I mean, it's a toasty med kit. Sealed envelope for Natalie. Okay, I guess we're not going to open it. Or maybe... No. We need to free up some space. Are we going to put down our key items? Took the vials. Left in their place the other items we collected. The police ID card I took from Harrison James, the bronze key given to me by a fairy, the crank handle I found in a safe, the ruby gemstone that was hidden in the painting of a demon, the chain I took from the neck of a mechanical swan, the mask I excavated from a block of resin, the trident I took out of a witch's cauldron, the silver key that was hidden in Neptune's palace, the data disc we got from the change machine in an arcade, the acid bottle I took from a cell in the dungeon, the golden key I trapped inside a fairy's head, the battery I pulled out from the stomach of a robotic mermaid. Good times. All right, I'm reminiscing about our key items. And now we have vials. Oh, we're infected. That's probably not good. I don't suppose our antidote does something about that. No, there is no point. It's a big door. I'm not going to be able to open this by myself. Mr. Crowe, I have the vials. Open the door. Stand back. Oh, how we doing? Feeling good? Just looking around. Okay, we got slides. Oh, we don't want to walk on that. So here are the green. This is where the green tubes originate. Okay, I guess this is the actual pool. Like that one puddle above is not the pool. This is the pool. Okay, we don't have a map of this place. So the tubes originate from the pool. Do you know where they come from? Elaine Marshall. Edward Crowe. How long has it been? 2 years? We've never met before. No, I mean, since you became infected. 2 years. 2 years since I shut the park. I'm glad you came back. Why would you give a shit? I would offer you a drink, but... What are you now, 18? Not quite. And yet you made it all the way down here? You're clearly very stubborn. That's good. It gives me hope. Hope? Tell me, how are you feeling? Bad. Tired. I can't get rid of my infection. It's been getting worse. Of course. I must say I'm relieved they let you out of hospital long enough to... They didn't. I escaped. I see. You really are determined. And all this because you want to kill me, I assume? No. I came because I want to tell you something. Face to face. I need you to know. Go on. Mr. Crow, I'm gonna die from this infection. We tried everything. Nothing works. It's going to kill me. But I didn't realize you have it too? The same infection? Of course, anyone who has been exposed to the guests will have it. Naturally, I was the first. When the first guest emerged from the pool, I tried to help him. I put him in a holding cell, up on the ground level, so we could monitor him more easily. The holding cell, that's where I was attacked. Yes, bringing the guests up to the surface proved to be a mistake. But you look worse than I do. I'm simply further along. My continued exposure to the guests has accelerated the process. Continued exposure. Your bloody escapade today, it may prove to have a similar effect for you. Oh, God. It looks bad. What's it like when it gets that bad? I shall not lie to you. He's just not going to say anything. No. Okay, so we, yes, we're listed as being infected. So that never showed up before, but I guess it's now because Elaine, who is now named as Elaine, is dropping her Mara persona and is now just considering herself to be her real self. So she is Elaine and she is infected. And our antidote... Oh, actually it doesn't say... That says analgesic. Provides a superficial relief from symptoms of the infection. So now we get a real description of that. I don't see why descriptions of anything else would be different. Elaine, do you remember when your family asked me to pay your medical fees? Yeah, they're holding you accountable, since I was injured in your park. But you never paid them. My lawyer is trying to take you to court over it. Yes, this was a deliberate decision on my part. Knowing the nature of your illness, I knew there could be no cure found at the hospital. Wait. But there is a cure. I made one. How? I had to reverse engineer it. I've been studying the highly infectious bacteria on the dead bodies of the guests. New kinds of bacteria that nobody knows about yet. That's been the problem. It's no surprise your doctors were stumped. Those vials from your lab? Yes, you have the cure on your person at this very moment. 5 vials, enough to cure 5 people. 5. Harrison and Marvin are dead. So that leaves you, me, Natalie, Tolman, Julie, and Arthur. That's 6 people. You didn't make enough vials. You're wrong there. I shall not be taking the cure. You understand where we are right now? You call it the pool? Correct, and protruding from its depths, the 7 roots. What's left of them, after years of you cutting them up, harvesting them for gold. Exactly right. Elaine, look at me. Listen. The pool is a gateway. And the guests are human beings who attempted to travel through it and emerged here. Why do they look so messed up? Because I have spent the last 10 years dismantling the mechanism of that gateway. I don't understand. The pool still works. Technically. But thanks to me, it is severely malfunctioning. You see, the roots are kind of a calibration antenna, necessary to accurately and safely transport those who travel through the pool. Mr. Crow, where are they coming from? The guests? What's on the other side of the pool? You understand now how my excavations have been causing the mutations of the guests. Also understand the mutations have been getting worse as they cut down more of the roots. The beings that emerge from the pool now, they barely resemble humans at all. Most of them cannot walk, let alone speak. But that first guest who emerged from the pool, all that time ago, he was the least mutated. No. Yes, Elaine, he could speak. Just barely. He told me who he was and why he had come. I wrote it all down, word for word, on a little piece of paper. And then, I went back to harvesting the roots. No subsequent guests were capable of speech. You may now understand why I'm choosing not to take the cure. My time is short. Before I die, I must look upon what I have wrought. You're going through the pool? Hold out your hand. What? Take it. Little piece of paper. Read him the paper. Now that it is in your hands, I am going through the pool. You'll be mutated. It'll kill you. A fitting end. Perhaps, if I am lucky, I may get a glimpse of what lies on the other side. I have one more thing to ask of you, Elaine. If for any reason I re-emerge from the pool, I want you to kill me. But if I re-emerge, I will be in no shape to continue living. Do you understand? Goodbye, Elaine. I raise a glass to your future. Mr. Crow, it's just that you're a named character. Surely you will be some sort of more powerful monster. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. There go the roots. Well, I cannot bring up my subscreen. Oh, there he is. Now, he does not look like he's having a good time there. Oops. Oh, let me shoot this. I see Edward Crow has some special resetting bear traps. Can we read the paper? 2106, Uninhabitable Ruin. We come 1988. Last chance. Warn, stop, change. Oh, don't you know it's much safer to try to transmit these things through dreams? Let's see. Ow. That's a big swing. Now he went below before the grenade went. Elaine, it's shut up. I don't want to know. Yeah, okay. Well, it's over. Only one thing left to do. Oh, well, I thought that's what it was going to do. Anything else I should be looking at in here? Is there anything, any special place that you want it? Okay, maybe I just had to use the handgun. Yeah. Let's use. Staring into the flames. I feel something. It's a curious mixture of hope and dread. Maybe everything will be okay. And maybe it won't. Alright, roll credits. And that is Crow Country. Alright, I like the little plot turn it took there. You know, when you're talking about survival horror games, there's a tendency to wonder if it's going to go to certain, it's going to go to the well that a lot of horror games like to, and I feel like this didn't, because then it went to, the place it went to was, man, look at this pool with these tentacles coming out of it, it's actually a portal to the future, and I have been destroying it because of greed, and the monsters were actually people from the future that were trying to come to the past, and it's my fault they're like that. I mean, Edward Crow's fault. That's an interesting little turn. Turns out the future was ruined, and they were trying to come back to the past. But Elaine would rather not know what the future was like. Does anything that happened, does any of this change the future? Final rank is A. So the things that affect the rank, I guess, heals, secrets, hints, and lives. Well, I didn't have lives. I think you can enable that in the options. I did not. Hints, we used a hint once. So that counts against my score, I suppose. Also, I used a whole lot of heals and did not find all the secrets. I've unlocked the crowbar and the cronade long. That's funny. That's pretty funny. I have unlocked Crow Quest. Crystal crows are hiding around Crow Country. Can you find and shoot them all? Crow Quest can be turned off if you want. Alright, Crow Country. I enjoyed that. I had a little trouble gelling with the aiming system. I mean, it ended up not being that big of a deal, but I don't know. Ended up just, I felt like I was having more trouble with that than I should have. But overall, I enjoyed it. Like I said, I do like where the story went. I like that it wasn't afraid to get weird with it at the end. I feel like the map was pretty well designed, because it had that feeling of when I got an item or unlocked a door and thought, okay, now where I need to go next, and it turns out where I need to go is right next to where I am. I felt like that was something that happened a bunch of times. It felt well. The map felt like it was good to travel around. Like it just felt like it was all well designed pretty well. Which you want from a survival horror game. You want the map to make sense. And of course, in a game like this, you're going to be backtracking around a lot. So you do want... It is nice when you get to the point where you need to go somewhere and it turns out, oh, you're kind of already there. You don't need to, like, travel across the map. I like the cast of characters. I thought it was kind of neat, actually, that they didn't really go for a twist. They were hinting that Mara was not a cop from the beginning, and that she was maybe younger than she was portraying herself to be. And you were catching on to that early on, but that was they never actually twisted that. That was just actually how it was. No, she's not a cop. She's not actually an adult. Yes, she is the child who got injured. Yes, you guessed that early on. Yes, you were right. You're not turning that, or we're not turning that around at the end. They did give hints that there's maybe a problem with getting attacked by the monsters that Mara is not willing to talk about. And that did turn out to be the case, that they're all infected with a terminal thing. But fortunately, there was hope at the end that Edward Crowe was able to find the antidote. I mean, I'm about to say hopefully no more cases of this come up. But then again, when Edward Crowe went through the portal, all of the tentacles went down with him. So I guess maybe the portal just won't work anymore. Maybe it's not actually possible to go through. And also, the fact that this is a machine explains where the gold was coming from. Like, they were wondering, hey, how is it that we are pulling up just a ridiculous amount of pure 24-karat gold? That's not really how mining works. And no, it's not. No, it was not. It was already, processed and turned into a machine. They were not actually mining anything. They were just pulling up the pipes. Yeah. I thought that this all came together pretty well. I don't know, just something about the fact that there wasn't really a twist is a little bit refreshing, because something that I've mentioned before, I'm sure now and again, that when we talk about horror games, especially indie horror games, there tends to be a tendency to want to do Silent Hill 2, to want to try to replicate the oh my god mind-blowing twist, and everything was not actually what you thought it was. And it just feels like there's feels a little bit refreshing that this game doesn't do that, and it all just kind of it's like plot revelations that you can see kind of coming from the beginning, and they kind of build up to a logical conclusion. Of course, they hit you at the end with that, oh, it's actually a portal to the future, which kind of comes out of nowhere. But overall, I thought that the whole thing seemed well done. I guess if this isn't really a criticism, but one thing I would mention that I'm a little surprised at is, previous to playing this game, I kept seeing people talking about, oh, this game is thick with atmosphere, it is such a scary horror game, it's the new face of survival horror, and I'm playing it and I'm thinking, this game is just kind of pleasant. It's cute and pleasant. I don't know, maybe my perspective on horror is skewed. But I was a little, I don't know, surprised at how cute the game is. Yeah. I don't know. It's not a bad thing. That's not like I'm against playing a pleasant game. I enjoyed it. It's just not really the word on the street that I was hearing before playing this. But, it's Crow Country. Survival horror game came out this year. Obviously, taking cues from PS1, like it's. I mean, when it comes down to it, it doesn't really look like a PS1 game. It's sort of like the idea of this is sort of what you might remember a PS1 game looking like, and that's fine. That's good. I guess I was saying that I was having trouble gelling with the aiming system, and I don't know. Maybe it's because it seems like a PS1 horror game, but the aiming does not work like that. I don't know, maybe that was conflicting in my mind, and I was having just trouble with it because of that. I don't know. But overall, Crow Country, good game. And, yeah, you want survival horror? Old-time survival horror? This will do that. This gets how the format of the genre works, and does it pretty well. And I guess that's really all for our playthrough of Crow Country.